Good evening, everyone. Welcome, my scholars. Welcome to the Kemet Maasai Academy. And this is another of our PEP critical thinking skills class. So we're going to be going through a number of problems and challenging ourselves to see how well we do at solving some of these problems. So in studio presently, I have Amari joining me. I have Jer. I have Nathan, Alyssa. Welcome, students.
Thank you, Miss.
All right, welcome, everyone. So we're going to be going through our critical thinking. Turn your cameras on, please. So let's get right into the questions. Hi, Alyssa, welcome. Hey, John, what's up, boy? All right. So here we go. Let's look at the question. Get your books and pencils ready. All right, Lisa, please read the first question for me. So,
Yes, Miss.
yes, please read
Here.
the first question on the screen.
Okay, Miss.
Mm-hmm.
Barrington notices that after every 3 days, there are 4 new boats on his pocket slab. If there are 20 boats now, how many boats will be there in all in more days?
Alice, up your camera.
Sorry.
All right. So, okay, so what do we do, students? What are we going to do for this one? Barrington notices that after every 3 days, there are 4 new buds on his potted plant. So, after 5 days, how many buds will there be if there are 20 buds now? Any ideas?
Miss, you would multiply it by 3 and it would give you 15.
What is it? Multiply what?
Miss, you would multiply 3 days by, you would multiply the 5 days by the 4 new buds. And that would give you 20, Miss.
5 days by the 4 new buds. Okay. That would give you 20. It's every 3 days. After every 3 days, there are 4 new on the plant, right?
Yes, Miss.
Buds, no. Right. After 5 days, how many more buds will there be? Welcome, Madison. So Jerry is saying there are 20 new buds. There are 20 buds now. After every 3 days, there are 4 new buds. All right, so everybody's saying 20.
Yes, Miss Aguilar is 20. Miss, but Madison is saying, Miss Aguilar is 20, Miss, but Madison is saying 25.
How did you get 25, Muslim? So in 3 days, they will get 4. All right, so there is out of the 5, right? So that's 4. We can only get an extra 4 out of 5 days. So 20 plus 4, wouldn't that be the 20 that she had, that there are now, plus 4 more? Because we don't get another full 3 days as yet, do we? If it was 6 days, then we know another 4 buds would appear on the 6th day, right? Another 4 buds would appear on the 6th day, but only 5 days have passed. So 3 full days would have 4 more buds. Okay, so do we agree that it's 24? All right, so let's look at number 2. All right, Nathan, can you 2, please? Nathan, read number 2.
A carpenter needs 40 feet of lumber to frame the upper edge of a shed. Lumber is cooled in slabs of 5 feet and the cost is $38.90 per slab. How much money will the carpenter have to pay from the lumber that he needs?
Nathan, read that amount again, $38.90.
Oh, yes,
All right, read the entire question again, Nathan.
$38.90.
Read the entire question again.
A carpenter needs 40 feet of lumber to frame the outer edge of a shed. Lumber Miss, like starting much money?
No, you were just continue. Lumber is sold.
Lumber
Continue from
is
lumber
sold in
sold.
slabs of 5 feet and the cost is 38. Yes, miss. Lumber is sold in slabs of 5 feet and the cost is $38.90 per slab. How much money will the carpenter pay for the lumber that he needs?
All right, scholars. So what do we have now? What ideas do we have? So already Jer is saying $311.20. All right, Jer, your answer was almost immediate. That's how you got that answer.
Miss, I divided 5 feet into the 40 feet of lumber, miss. Then the answer I get, I multiplied it by 38.9.
So when you divide, why did you divide 40 feet of lumber by 5?
Miss, because they only give you small, they don't give you the exact piece that you want. They give you smaller slabs of 5 feet. So to see how much 5 feet slabs you would need, you would divide it into the 40 feet of lumber.
All right. So you need 8 slabs. All right, and each slab $38.90. So that's why you multiply. Madison, you're saying $1,556. Explain to me, Madison, how you got that amount. Alyssa, the answer from Jer and Madison. Jer got $311.20. So Madison is saying what she did was first multiply the $38.90 by 5.
Miss, I did get a different answer. So I multiplied the
Okay,
5 feet.
Uh-huh.
I multiplied the
Go
5
ahead. Go ahead, Alyssa. I think you did the same
feet.
thing as Madison. So you multiply the by what? Okay, Alyssa
Miss,
is
the 38.90.
freezing. All right, so Alyssa and Madison basically the same thing, but $38.90 foot, is $38 per slab, and each slab is 5 feet. So I think Alyssa and Madison are on the premise that it's $38 per foot, but no. Each 5 feet slab is $38.90. Have to do and find out how many 5 feet slabs are we going to need. So that's why he decided to divide the 40 by 5 first. Right, and then, so we're going to need 8 slabs. And then now, since it's $38.90 for each slab, we multiply that by the 8. All right? Okay, Amar to read number 3.
Okay, Miss. Number 3. My birthday falls on February 24th. John. My birthday falls on February 24th, which is on Wednesday this year. What was the date 3 Tuesdays ago?
Okay, read it one
Miss,
more
could I
time
do it?
quickly.
Miss, could I do Okay, it?
Go
Miss.
ahead, Amar. Read it one more time.
Number 3. My birthday falls on February 24th, which is on Wednesday this year. What was the date 3 Tuesdays ago? Miss, I'm finished.
Any idea who wanted?
Yes, Miss, I have an idea. Miss, I have ideas.
Go ahead.
Okay, so Miss, my birthday was on the 24th, which is on Tuesday.
This is John speaking. Yes, John.
Okay, so alright, so Miss, the day before that would be Tuesday, which would be on the 23rd, Miss. And then 7 times 3, which would give you 21. So 21 minus 23 would give you 2.
You mean
So that would be
20?
on the 2nd of February.
You mean 23 minus 21?
If I said this,
No, you said 21 minus 23. I'm just correcting you. It's 23. minus 21.
It would be 24 minus 21.
Minus 21, which would give you the Wednesday, right? It would give you Wednesday 3 weeks ago, but they want the Tuesday. So the Tuesday would be what?
Miss, the Tuesday would be the 2nd of February, Miss. Miss, because the day before her birthday.
Right. That's correct. 3 weeks ago, the Wednesday, 3 Wednesdays ago, so this the 3rd, if we take the 21 from the 24, they want the Tuesday. So it's the 2nd, February 2nd. All right. So we're moving along, number 4. Back to you, Alyssa.
Okay, Miss. My sister, Tiana, is 12 years younger than our cousin, Paul. Paul is twice as old as I am. 2 years ago, I celebrated my 14th birthday. How much older than me is Tiana?
Each time, each person who reads, I wanted to read it again, just to make sure we get it. Just read it, just one, please.
Okay, Miss. My sister Tiana is 12 years younger than our cousin Paul. Paul is twice as old as I am. 2 years ago, I celebrated my 14th birthday. How much older than me is Tiana?
All right, so answers are coming in already. Jerry is saying 20. Madison is saying 14. Any other answer? And remember, scholars, you need why. You need to explain your answers. So I'm 2 answers already. Jerry got 20. So Jerry is saying Tiana is 20 years older than I am. So
Miss,
Madison is saying Paul is 30.
Miss, I think it's 20.
Okay, Miss. Okay, so Miss, this is what I got. So Miss, if you celebrated your 14th birthday 2 years ago and your cousin is twice as old as you are, so Miss, I did 14 times, I got 28, Miss. And then since it says my sister Tiana is 12 years younger than her cousin Paul, so Miss, I did 28 minus 12 and I got 16. So Miss Tiana is 2 years older than Tiana. Wait, sorry, Miss. Miss Tiana is 2 years
But there's
older than
something you're missing, John. There's something you're Duchesne is saying 50 years older. Alyssa, what are you saying?
20, Miss.
Remember, they're not asking how old is Tiana. Scholars, we need to find out how old Tiana is, but the question is, how much older than I is Tiana? How much older than me? All
Miss,
right,
can
so
I explain?
Jerry is saying 4 years. Go ahead, Jerry, explain.
Miss, so if I celebrated my 14th birthday years ago, I would be 16 now. And Paul is twice my age.
Right.
So if I am
John,
16 now, Paul is twice my age. It would be 16 times 2, which is 32. And
so Paul is 30.
My sister is 12 years younger. Paul. So if Paul is 2, and 20, 20. And after you get your 20,
right, so Tiana is 20.
You subtract how old you are from your sister Tiana, which you are 16, you're 4.
So excellent work. Excellent. Okay, so Madison just got her 4. All right, so John, you realize
got
now what you
14.
missed, right? You got 4 as well, Alyssa?
Yes, miss.
Or 14, you said. Right, so I am not 14, 2 years ago I was 14. That means I am what now? 14 plus the 2, which is 16. And then 16 now, Paul is my age, so Paul is 32. Tiana is 12 younger than Paul, so Tiana is 20. And finally, they want the difference between Tiana's age and my age. So that's 20 and 16. The difference is 4. Jer, please read question 5 twice.
Okay, miss. Share 12,000 among Carl, Stacy, and Peter so that Stacy gets 3 times as
No,
much.
that's not 12,000.
1,200 among Carl,
That's not
Stacy.
12,000.
Share
1,200 what?
$1,200 among Carl, Stacy, and Peter. So Stacy gets 3 times as much as Peter, and Peter gets half the amount that Carl gets. Share 1,200 among Carl, Stacy, and Peter. So that
Jer, please read the unit, $sign, start over and read the $sign with it, please.
Share $1,200 among Carl, Stacy, and Peter so that Stacy gets 3 times as much as Peter and gets half the amount that Carl gets.
All right, scholars, what ideas do we have for this? Or the money? They gave us some constraints. We have to make sure that Stacy gets 3 times as much as Peter, and Peter half the amount Carl gets. All right, so Madison is saying Stacy gets $100 and Peter gets $300, but that's already $1,200. What about Carl? Remember, you should be able to add them all back up and get the 1,002. So if you're giving Stacy 900 and Peter 300, nothing like Carl out of the 2. All right, Jer is saying Stacy gets 600. Also saying Stacy gets 600. Tell me, Madison, how you are coming by these figures. And Jer, either whoever wants to tell first. Madison and Jer, yes. You're getting some interesting answers. Tell me how you're getting those.
Miss, what I did was find a number. Miss, I found a number and started off with that. I chose $200, so Peter could get $200, and Carl would get 2 times that $200.
Just see numbers floating by. You just see something in the air, you grab one and hijack it and ambush and kidnap it. I don't want you to do that. I don't want you to kidnap any numbers. I want you to have a logical reason. When you come by the 200, you just grab the 200.
Yes, miss.
I don't want you to do it like that. No. Can anyone else give me a logical reason? So Jerry's saying Peter gets 100 and you're saying Peter gets 200 and Carl gets 100 here.
Miss Tito,
Who should? Peter is getting the least.
Miss, I think Peter.
Yes, Miss.
Peter is getting the least amount because Carl must get twice as much as Peter, and Stacy must get three times. John, you ready to explain for us? Can you?
No, yes. Not really. Well,
So this is a ratio. This is a ratio. Okay, guys. So let me help you out. So if since Peter getting the least, all right. So let's say Peter's amount. Let's say Peter's amount is 1, right? Since ratio is expressed in its simplest form, Peter is 1, and Carl must get as much as Peter. Then Carl's ratio would be 2. Is that logical? Carl's ratio is 1. That's the Carl must get twice as much as so Carl's ratio would be 2, and Stacy must get three times as much as Stacy would be 3 times 1, which is 3. So the ratio is Stacy, it would be 3, 2, 1. Does that help you now to divide the 1,000 among those 3 children? You now know that the 3 to 2 to 1. So we would add ratio 3 plus 1, which is 6. So Stacy would get 3 over 6 times the 1,002. Carl would get 2 over 6 times the 1,002, and Peter would get 1 over 6 times the 1,002. So Jae, that is how we would work out. That's how we would get $100 for Peter.
Miss, I know the answer for Carl. Miss, I know the answer for Carl, which is $400. Miss, the answer for Carl is $400.
Too hard. Carl gets how much?
Miss, $400.
$400. Miss,
and Stacy gets $600.
the same as okay. Stacy. All right. Madison, can you read question 6, please? Is your mic working? Are you able to read it for me? Just, oh, okay. All right. Able to read. Nathan. Okay, Madison. All right. Nathan, read number 6. Quickly read it twice.
Miss, I can't say all of it, Miss. Something.
Miss, I want to blacked out, Miss.
Not able to see? All right. Read what you can see, and I'll fill in the rest.
Okay. Miss Veta is set.
Read what you can see, Nathan, and I'll.
Yes, Miss. Number 6. Miss
Go
Veta
ahead.
is selling. Miss Veta is selling mangoes at the Coronation Market. She
Coronation
had to buy
Market.
Coronation Market. She had to buy the mangoes from Farmer Leroy at $8, $4 per dozen, and she sells them back at $10 each. How much total profit does Miss Veta make if she bought and sold 4 dozen mangoes? Miss, am I supposed to read it over again?
Yes, please, very quickly, because we want to finish all 10 questions.
Okay. Miss Veta is
Go ahead.
mangoes at the. Miss, you're not here?
Yeah, man. Go ahead, Nathan. Go ahead.
Miss Veta is selling mangoes at the corner. Miss, what's that?
Coronation Market.
Okay. Coronation Market. She had to buy the
Coronation
Coronation Market. She had to buy the mangoes from Farmer Leroy at $84 per dozen and she sells them back at $10 each. How much total profit does Miss Veta make if she bought and sold 4 dozen?
Okay, thank you, Nathan. Let's dive into this. So Mrs. Vita, she's buying the mangoes from Farmer Leroy and she's going to sell them back, right? What is her total profit? What do we buy a profit when someone makes a profit?
Which means they get they
Who wants
sell
to
it for more money.
explain that concept?
Miss sell it for more money. Miss a profit is when you get more money. Miss and a loss. Yes, miss and a loss is when you get it for less money, miss.
All right. So you buy a certain amount. If when you sell it back, you make an extra amount, that's a profit. If when you sell it back, you have to sell it less than you bought it for, that's a loss. All right. So Mrs. Vita, she's buying mangoes from Farmer Leroy and she buys them at $84 per dozen. When she's selling them back, she sells them at $10 each. And she buys 4 dozen mangoes and she sold all of them. So what is her total profit? How are we going to approach this?
Okay.
Lisa, any ideas? Mari, where's Mari, John?
Mr. Amari.
Go
Mr. Amari
ahead, John.
after that. Okay. Miss
You're echoing,
okay,
John.
sorry. Okay. Miss, the first thing I would do to approach this miss is so 8,400 times the dozen miss and miss 8,400 times
That's
12.
$84 in your job. 8,400. It's $4.
Yes, it's $84 times 12 miss and I get $108 miss. Hey. Oh wait, miss I'll do
Hold on,
the
Alex.
4 dozen first. Miss the 4 dozen mangoes first with that. Miss and that would be 48 mangoes, miss. And then 48 times 10, miss times 10, I got 408.
Hmm.
Miss,
So
I think
what's
that
the answer? Just a minute, Alisa. Let John wrap up. I'll answer John.
Oh, miss, my final answer would be miss $84 times 12 give me $1,008, miss. Miss, I'll do $1,008 from the 4,800, miss. Miss, and that would be
But John, why are you
5,200.
multiplying the 84 by? I want to know why you're multiplying the 84 by 12.
It's because Farmer Leroy at $84 sells the mangoes per dozen at $84.
It's 84 per dozen, and she's 4 dozen.
Yes.
Alisa, let me hear what you're saying.
Miss, I saw that 4 dozen mangoes was 48 mangoes, so I multiplied it by the $10 each, and I got 480.00.
Mm-hmm. And is that your final answer? Alice says Is that your final answer, Alyssa? The $400?
Yes, miss.
Did anybody different answer? What are they asking us for? Are they asking us how much she sold the mangoes for? Yes, I can. Go ahead.
Oh, Miss, I was saying that the computer. Miss, it says that I'm in the show, but
Jerry,
I don't
let me
see
hear
myself.
Yes, there's
Miss,
a
I don't
limited
work it out.
no. All right, let me help you on with this one. We want to get through all the questions. We have 4 more questions. So there are 2 ways to work it. Okay, we can work it as single mangoes, or we can work it as dozens. So if we're working it using the unit price, the price for mango, if she bought 1 dozen mango for $8, so the 8 divided by 12, since there are 12 in a dozen, she bought each one for $7. She sold each one for $10. So 10 minus 3, she made a profit $3 on each one. And since she's buying 4 dozen, which is 3 times 48, that's $144. That is it. That's if we work it one by one. If we work it per dozen, since she's selling dollars each and she's selling 4 dozen, that 10 times 48 is $480. And she bought the 4 dozen at $4 per dozen. 80 times 4 is 336. So when we 336 from the 480 over 144. So either work it, that is the profit that Mrs. Vita makes on this the 4 dozen mangoes. All right, go. So John, please read number 7.
Okay, miss. The long hand of a circular clock is 8 centimeters long. What distance does the long hand travel from 2 p.m. to 5:30 p.m.? The long hand of a circular clock is 8 centimeters long. What distance does the long hand travel from 2 p.m. to 5:30 p.m.?
Okay. Nathan, you say you're not hearing properly? My mic is up full blast. Others, are you hearing well?
Yes, miss.
Yes, miss.
Everybody hearing? All right, let's have, so how are we going to approach this question? The long hand of the circular clock, 8 centimeters. Distance does the long hand travel from 2 p.m. to 5:30 p.m. Approach this. So a circular clock, long hand represents radius, because remember the long hand is middle of the to about where the numbers are. So it would represent the radius of that. So it's like it's its own circle going around, right? Not the edge of the actual clock, but the edge of that own imaginary circle, like an orbit that the long hand making as it goes around. So when it travels from, if the long hand is on 12 p.m., the long hand is on 12, it's going to go a full revolution for it to get to 3 p.m. Same for 4 p.m., 5 p.m., 5:30 to go halfway. So 5:30 p.m., the longhand is making 3.5 revolutions. Now, the revolution or the complete on the circle is actually the circumference of the circle. That's this the way around. So if we find the circumference and multiply 3.5, we will get the distance that has traveled. So how the circumference of a circle? The circumference is 2 times pi times the radius.
Miss, I got an answer.
2 times pi times. What did you get, Amari?
Miss 28.
What did you get, Amari?
28, Miss.
8.
Yes, Miss.
You got 28.
Miss, I said
The radius is 8. Times
Miss,
what?
I said 3.5 times 8, Miss.
No, but it's not. That's, remember, the circumference is 2 times the radius times pi. And we also need to multiply that by 3.5 because it's going around the circumference 3.5 times. 8 times 22 over 7, which is pi, times 3.5 times 2. If we work that out, it's going to give us 176. That is if we use pi in fraction form. If we use it in decimal form, 3.14, so it will be the 8 times 3.14 times 3.5, which is a 3.5, times 2, get 175. Very close. We could still round it off to 1. Brush up circle, colors, on circumference, radius, diameter, how to work them out. Questions to go. Jer, can you read question 8, please?
Miss, I think someone was asking for a question.
Miss?
Someone had a question?
Yes, Miss. Miss, what did you get for number 7, Miss?
For number 7 is 176 centimeters.
Okay, Miss.
So it's 8 times 22 over 7 times 7 over 2, which is a 3.5 times 2.
Miss, can you please repeat that, Miss?
8 times 22 times 7 over 2 times 2.
Okay, Miss.
Jer, go ahead. Read question
Okay,
8.
Which is better? Which is the better deal if I want to buy exercise books or back to school? All the books are the same size and quality. A. One book for $46. 3 books for $135. Half a dozen books for $240. 1 dozen book for $360.
When you're reading it again, Jer, please call the letters. Go
Okay.
again.
Which is the better deal if I want to buy exercise books for back to school? All the books are the same size and quality. A. One book for $46. B. 3 books for $135. C. Half a dozen books for $240. D. 1 dozen books for $360.
All right. So how do we choose? We want to buy our books to make sure we have exercise books for school. How do we know the
Miss,
better? Are we Yes, John, go ahead.
Miss, I would say B. I would say B, Miss.
Why would you say? Why would you say?
Miss said B.
Why? I need reasons. I don't just need answers. Reasons. Quickly, John.
Miss
All right.
Amore,
Modesty
Miss.
saying
Miss
D.
my
Why
answer
D?
is D. Yes, Miss, my answer is D.
Tell me your reason.
Okay, Miss. My reason is this 1,000 books for $360, Miss. Miss, that would be a good enough books, Miss. So, Miss, if you want 1,000 books for the school year, Miss, half a dozen books would cost it would Miss for $240, Miss. $240 times 2 would give you $480, Miss. And Miss, if you want 3 books for $135 and you want a dozen out of that, Miss, that would cost you about 540 books, Miss, and A, which is one book for $46, Miss. Miss, that would give you about
You're saying one book would cost 500 and something dollars?
no, Miss 12 books, Miss. For B, Miss. 3 books
12
for
books.
what?
All right. No, your approach is to compare. Approach is to see how much you would spend on each one based on the other. What I want is work out the unit value of each book in its own on its own terms. So look what each book is being sold for within its own. For each one, work out how much for one book. So the first one, they already tell us one book is $46. For B, if you're buying 3 books for $135, how much are you paying for one?
Miss 45.
$45. Okay, for C, if you're buying half a dozen books for $240, how much are you paying for one?
Miss 40.
How you got the 40?
Okay, so Miss Adira. Miss I did 240 divided by 6. Then yes, because half a dozen is 6.
Okay, all right. And for D, if you're buying 1 dozen books for $360, how much are you paying for one?
Miss 30.
Again, how did you get the 30?
Okay, Miss I did 360 divided by 12 is because 1 dozen is 12. And I got 30.
Right. Okay. So now that we have worked out the cost for one book in each case, now we can compare. So A, one book is for $46. B, we're getting one book for $45. C, we're getting one book for $40. And D, we're getting one book for $30. So what's the better deal? Which one is the better deal? D is that. Is right. So when we work out the unit cost, it's easier now for us to see what's the deal. We'll work out the cost one book for each of them. All right, Alistair, please read question 9, and then we have one question to go.
Miss, can you put the text back up a little bit?
Alisa? Are you hearing me, guys?
Yes, miss, I'm hearing you, but I don't think Alyssa is here.
Oh, Alisa, let me check. Okay. All right, Gia, read for me question 9 quickly.
Okay. Joe left his house at 6:35 a.m. and walked to the city center and back home. Every half a mile, he checked his watch and found that 24 minutes had passed. At what time did he get back home? Joe left his house at 6:35 a.m. and 3 miles to the city center and back home. After half a mile, he checked his watch.
Every half a mile.
Found that 24 minutes. Every half a mile, he checked his watch and found 24 minutes had passed. At what time did he get back home?
All right, so Madison already is saying 6:50, but then she says, never mind. All right, so how we're going to work this? What time does Joe get back home? At 6:35 a.m. He walks 3 miles to the city center and then he goes back home. Every half a mile, he checks his watch, finds that he has that 24 minutes have passed. So, what time did he get back home? How are we going to attack this one? Ethan, any ideas? John? Amari?
Not yet, miss.
Miss, I got
John?
7:07.
Okay, 7:07. Let me hear your
a.m.
a.m. Let me hear
Miss,
your reasoning, John.
okay, so Miss, what I did was did 24 times 3, Miss, because he checked it. Oh, Miss.
24 times 3.
Yes, Miss. Oh, wait, Miss.
Why 3?
Miss will be 24 times 6, which will give you 144, which is 1 hour 44 minutes.
Why 6? Why
Miss, what is it, Miss?
6?
Okay, so Miss.
Why 6? Why multiplying?
Miss, because I checked it over, Miss, and Miss and then see that every half a mile he checked his watch and found that 24 minutes had passed. So Miss, I did 3 divided by 0.5, and I got 6. And then I multiplied that times 24.
But remember, John, it's 3 miles to the city center and then he goes home. That's another 3 miles again.
Okay, so that was 6 divided by 0.5, which would be 12, Miss.
All right.
12 times 24, which will give you 288. So 635 times 208. Sorry.
All right, so 288, but that's minutes, right?
Yes, Miss.
So change that to hours and minutes.
Okay, Miss. Okay, so Miss, I got to that. 6.
Miss, is it 8:59?
No, it's not 8.
So he walked a total of 288 minutes. We got that far. Change that to minutes and hours and minutes.
Miss, 9:23 a.m.
John, how many hours and minutes is that?
Okay, Miss. Miss, that would be 9 hours and wait, Miss. Miss, you got back at 9:20.
88 minutes.
Miss, that would be
We're dividing it by 60.
okay, Miss. That would be 3 hours and 28 minutes.
No, not hours. 60, 288. How many 60s can we get out of that? 4.
Yeah, Miss.
Which will take it to
4
4
can get 4 out of it.
hours, and how many minutes? How many minutes would be left?
Miss
Miss
8.
20,
8,
Miss
Miss.
20. Wait, sorry, Miss 28
Miss
minutes.
8.
Not 8. If you take the
4:28.
240 from, if you take the 240 from 288, 48 minutes. All right, someone in the chat is saying 288 is wrong. Tell us why it is wrong. Young DK Oates, why is 288 wrong in terms of how many minutes? All right, until we get that clarification. So 4 hours, 48 minutes added to the 6:35. What time would that take us to?
Miss, it is not 288. Miss, it's 144.
Minutes.
It's one, Miss?
12 times 24.
Miss?
12 times 24.
What you mean, Miss?
That's how we got the 288, 12 times 24. Because there are 12 half-hour sessions in the 3 miles that he walked. Because it's every half mile, half mile, he's 20 minutes.
Miss,
So
but
there
wouldn't it be 6 times he did a half mile, Miss? Instead of 12?
back home.
Okay.
It's 6 half miles to go to the city. He's going home. That's how we get the 12. So now all we need to find out is from 5 and we're adding 4 hours and 48 minutes. What time does he get back home? So when we add 48 minutes to 35, we get what? 83. Take 60 from that. We're 83. Carry over that 60 minutes as 1 hour. We get 11:23 a.m. 11:23 a.m. Final question. Please read if you can see.
Miss, can you please repeat what you got
Can
for
you
number
see it?
9?
In the sum, yes, Miss, I can see it. Number 10. In the
Go ahead,
summer,
Nathan.
number 10. In the summer, Sharon made lemonade for sale. Each 2-liter jug of lemonade gave her 12 cups for sale. She sold each cup for $22. If she made 7 liters of lemonade and sold them all, how much money did she make in total from the sales? Number 10. In the
Okay,
summer,
Nathan.
Sharon
Once again.
in the summer, Sharon made lemonade for sale. Each 2-liter jug of lemonade gave her 12 cups for sale. She sold each cup for $22. If she made 7 liters of lemonade and sold them all, how much money did she make in total from the sales?
All right. So this is our last question, scholars. How much money did Sharon make? So she makes her lemonade in 2-liter jugs, cups from each 2-liter jug. Each cup she's selling for $22 and made 7 liters of lemon. Sorry, that's she made 7 jugs. 7 liters, sorry. 7 liters of lemonade. So how do we work that?
Yes, I know.
John, go ahead.
Miss, I also know.
Go ahead, John.
Miss Amar also know. Miss Amar explain first, and then Miss Amar explain. Okay, so Miss,
Alright.
the first thing I did was acknowledge that 2 liters of jug gave her 12 cups for sale. Some Miss 4 liters would give her 24 cups, and then 6 liter would give her 2. Wait, sorry, Miss 6 liter would give her 36, Miss, and then 36 plus 6 would give 42. Miss, so it would be 42 times 20 times 20, Miss, times 22.
Which is?
$.
Miss, I agree.
Which
That's
is?
what I agree.
Okay,
Which is what, John? What's the answer?
the answer I got was Miss, I got 924.
What?
Miss, 9 from the sales.
924 what?
Miss, $924.
What's it? Okay,
Miss,
that's correct. That's
$924.
excellent work. Okay,
Miss, I got
excellent
that
work,
also.
John. Tell us where the 6 great work 6 came from, John. 6 that you added to the 36. Where that came from?
Miss, because Miss, because 1 liter of jug would give her 6 cups, Miss, and then okay, so Miss, what I did, I divided two times. Miss, I divided 12 into 2, which would give me 6, Miss. Miss, that's what I did to get the 6 for the half.
All right. So we could have also divided this 7 by 2, right? Since it's 7 liters and it's a 2-liter jug, so that's 3.5 jugs for the 7 liters. Could multiply that 3.5 by 12 to get the 42, which you got. And then since each cup is $22, so 42 times 22 gave us $924. Our excellent work, scholars. Thank you for being with me and keeping me company and helping me to work problems. You are sharpening your critical thinking skills. I will see you again tomorrow when we look at the curriculum base. Same time, same. I'll see you then. Thank you all. Remember to type in the chat. Good night. Let's tell each other good night. I'll see you tomorrow. Scholars on the screen, say good night.
Good night.
Good night.
Good night. Okay. All right.
Bye, Miss.
Bye. See you tomorrow.